Today you're going to be playing with the number line in Braining Camp. Now, this one's a little more challenging, so I'm going to give you some practice today. So, the first thing I want you to notice is down here, it says 20 and 70. I really want to make sure that I'm starting at 0. So, I'm going to slide it down so that's at 0, and then I can move it so that gets even smaller. And as that changes, you'll notice that the numbers up here change also. So let me make it just a little bit smaller. There we go. So now my number line goes from 0 to 20. Now you can play around with the labels. You can tell it you want it to skip count. You can do, but hold on, let me go back. I only want one label. You can have it if you had larger numbers, you could have more spaces in between. So this is something you really are going to need to practice with. So now with the problem, let's just pretend I want to do 3 times 5. So I'm just typing this in so that you can see what problem I'm going to work on. Now, when you're using a number line, right now we're starting at 0. So I'm going to get this little guy and I'm going to put it right here on 0 so that you know where I'm starting. Now, this means that I'm going to have 3 jumps, and each jump is going to move 5 spaces. Okay, so now I'm going to get my jumping line. I have a forward jumping line or a backwards jumping line. So I'm going to start with my forward jumping line. I'm going to drag it down and put it on the number line. Here, it tells me that it's only jumping once. I need it to jump 5. So I'm going to take the bottom of the arrow and stretch it until I get to 5. So now I have one jump and it's going 5 times. Now again, this would be the same for addition. So now I'm going to click on this, and because I need to repeat it, I'm going to click copy, and then I'm going to choose the next one and I'm going to click copy again. So now you can see that I have jumped 3 times. Each jump has a 5. So now I'm going to put my ending point and I'm going to drag it over here, and it says 15. Okay, so those are the basics that you are going to need. Now, if for some reason I can't get over to my menu, let's see, can I make it go away? Let's hope that worked. So let's pretend that somehow you're all the way up here and look at these crazy numbers. So this is what you want to make sure you're not doing. You always need to remember we're going to start back at 0. Now, as you get further along with math, you will be using numbers like this and you will be using negative numbers. But right now, I'm going to slide down. I'm going to have it start at 0. And now look, you can see I can change my tick marks, I can change my labels, but I'm going to bring it back to, oh, that one might not be too bad. So here I'm skip counting with my problem. So let's just do one more real quick. Let's pretend, you know what, for this one, let's do a division problem. So here I'm going to do 12 divided by 4. Now, you're not going to be able to type the 12 divided by 4. If you wanted to do it, you would just need to write it with the marker because there's a trick to putting in the dividing sign. So now this time, I need to start at 12. So here, you know what? Let me make it a little bit bigger. There we go. Now you can see the lines a little better. So this time I need to start at 12. Okay, so this is my where I'm starting. So I'm going to put a B for begin. And then I need to go 4 spaces to see how many jumps I will end up with. Okay, so this time I'm going to take the red arrow. I'm going to make sure it starts on the 12, so I'm going to slide it down. And because division is repeated subtraction, I'm going to do 12 and I'm going to go 4. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, up, 4. And now I'm going to duplicate it and go again. And hopefully when I do it again, it will take me to 0, which it did. So I can put my ending point here. So this is the tricky part. It's not the number I'm ending with. Right now, it's how many jumps. So 12 divided by 4 equals 1, 2, 3. So we had 3 jumps equals 3. So again, I want you to have a chance to play with it today. I'm going to give you a couple of problems to try. That way you are ready for tomorrow's lesson. Have fun.